You take that shot of vodka already? Is that what you're saying?
Oh shit, what the fuck? Nick brought some vodka. I'm actually pretty down.
You in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Let's get out of the bag of wonders. Sometimes you gotta drink a little vodka during a podcast. Codcast.
Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning American vodka. Crafted in an old-fashioned pot still. Austin, Texas.
It's American.
Dude, that's fucking dope. Let me fix this light. I feel like it's gonna blind the back out of me.
Just your super blind on one side.
But it's gonna look cool on video though.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. You wanna say hi to the camera?
Yes. Hello, camera. You want to say hi to the camera?
Oh shit. Oh, what's up, camera? So this is the first podcast where we got 2 video cameras going on at once. So we got my iPhone 11 coming in. That's kind of more facing towards me. And then we got Nick's GoPro. What generation?
That's a 9.
The 9th generation GoPro facing him. Damn.
Gotta make sure you...
Let's open these Tito's.
All right.
I feel like we're doing like a... I feel like we're almost doing like a fucking food channel or some shit.
I love food channels.
Fuck it. Just make the... We'll just do the whole podcast of us just drinking different beverages, and that'd be pretty awesome. That'd be a pretty dope podcast.
I'll show you a video later of...
Do you mind opening mine?
No, not here. Take this one.
Oh, damn. You guys see that shit? That's why I had Nick on here. Motherfucker's nice as fuck. This is kind of crazy having 2 cameras, because then I feel like I can be like...
I don't know which one to look at.
That's kind of the cool thing. There's 2 opportunities, because I can look at you, I can look at my iPhone, or I can look at the GoPro.
Yeah.
Damn.
We need to put like little lights on them so that they light up so that we both look at the same one. Oh, that one does have a light, but so we know which one to look at. We'll just randomize it so that we're like just looking at random shit.
I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the chillest podcasts ever to exist. Are you in for that?
Yeah, of course. I do have one non-chill question.
You do?
How many F-bombs am I allowed to drop during this?
You can drop as many as you want.
Okay, thank God.
That was still a chill question. I respect it.
I had to ask.
All right, so this is in honor of Nick. You hear that, folks? In honor of Nick. Wait. Are we downing the whole thing at once?
You have to, man. You
Fuck.
can't. It's a little bottle.
This shit's like 2 shots.
Okay, so you could go next time. You're telling stories like war stories and stuff like that. You'd be like, yeah, I finished a whole bottle of Tito's.
Dude, no joke. This is like 2 shots, isn't it?
Actually, I don't know. It's one.
Bro,
for me.
This shit's a lot.
No, it's got to be 2 ounces. It's got or 2.5.
Fuck, isn't it?
50 milliliters. Okay.
How much is that?
I don't know. I know a whole bottle is like one of the medium.
I'm gonna look this shit up because I'm really that interested.
If I had to guess, it's got to be 2 ounces.
This shit's more. Hey, bring your mic over here. This shit's more than just 1 shot. I'm almost certain, but we're gonna Google how many milliliters is 1 shot.
I'm telling you, it's a Russian shot because it's vodka. Actually, Polish makes some pretty good vodka too.
Many ml in a shot.
It's gonna say like 25. It's like a halfer.
44.36.
Oh, so we're barely over a regular shot.
Hold up. Let me read it.
Actually, you should look up where they're...
So it says right here, I said how many ml in a shot of liquor? 44.36 ml. How many ml in a shot? There are 44.36 ml in a standard 1.5 ounce shot. 1 U.S. fluid ounce is 29.57 ml. Damn, so a standard shot is 1.5 ounces?
Yeah, but you have to also look up where the shot is from. So if you're in a different country, they drink a lot more in other places.
See, right here it says, is a shot 50 ml? Somebody asked this. 50 ml is classed as a double shot. Fucking knew it. In all standard pubs, 25 ml being 1 shot. You're trying to give me 2 fucking shots right now.
That sounds pretty janky to me.
Equivalent of a double shot. Fuck. Damn, dude. We're getting fucked up. 2 fucking shots at once.
You just had that cheeseburger
See,
earlier.
and this shit's on camera. People are seeing me take a double shot. Probably like the first time in my life.
They're not that bad.
Damn, this is intense.
When you drink it, look for the subtle notes of sweet corn, and none of that's true. It's all a lie.
Are you serious?
You're not gonna. It's ethanol.
But I'm saying, but it does have what you were talking about.
Supposedly, like I've drank a lot of vodka, a lot of different ones.
But this one supposedly has what you just said.
Actually, I don't know what Tito's is supposed to have.
Oh my god!
It's American vodka though. I think they make it out of corn, so I mean, it should taste like sweet corn.
We're gonna look up the ingredients once we take the shot.
Yeah, I'm in.
Ah!
Let's take a breath.
Yeah, probably clipped on that audio, but
hey,
YOLO, I guess.
YOLO, man. It's just vodka. It is,
The Art of Human podcast.
This is the Art of Human podcast. Does it burn? You feel it burn at all?
Dude, that shit went down smooth, honestly.
This is decent vodka.
That shit went down smooth.
That stuff that we were drinking at the
I could
wedding?
feel it going down my fucking... It's like I could feel it in my chest, or it just did something to my chest.
Well, so any alcohol that's above 40% kills coronavirus, and vodka is above 40, so 100, you're clean.
So that means we don't gotta stay the 6 feet apart. Oh, hell yeah.
No, not at all.
Because we're only about 3 feet right now.
Yeah.
But we had the Tito's to wash down the
coronavirus.
The Rona.
The coronavirus.
I'm actually interested to see what this fucking shit's made out of.
It's gluten-free.
For all you gluten-free listeners, go buy some Tito's vodka.
It's pretty tasty.
It was pretty bomb, I have to admit.
So
it was vodka, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So next time I'll bring you some high-end vodka, and like that burn you got, you won't even feel it. It's beautiful.
Oh, so the higher-end ones you feel less burning?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
What?
I just know they're better. It's so one thing that I will say about alcohol too, when you go to a bar or like when you go buy them, you'll notice that the really expensive vodkas and the really expensive alcohols, the bottles are really tall. And the reason why they do that is because they can only be put on top shelf. They can't put them under anything because how tall they are. So that's why, like, I don't know if they like patent the size or something, but like if I was a company and I had cheap vodka, I'd be making super tall bottles.
But I feel like there's probably regulations for that shit.
Probably.
You probably can't make it X height unless like you pay some type of, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
fuck. I can still feel that shit's going down here now. So it says, while most vodkas are made with a wheat or rye, Tito's handmade vodka is made of 100% corn mash.
Yep.
Per the new guidelines, only spirits made from ingredients that do not contain wheat are able to label products as gluten-free. Damn.
But gluten's actually pretty good. You would know that. I mean, I
Nutrition major?
Yeah.
You said gluten's pretty good?
Yeah.
From my understanding, gluten's just like a combination of 2 proteins.
Yeah. And so when you make pasta, like when you're making the dough. Well, have you ever made pasta dough?
Like from scratch?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
All right, next time I'll bring the pasta maker. We're making pasta.
All right.
With that chicken Alfredo we had, the one from the wedding, we'll hand make it.
Okay.
So, what makes it elastic and what makes it like what basically pasta is gluten.
Okay.
So when you're like kneading bread or kneading pasta, what you're doing is creating gluten. So a lot of the times what you do is you knead it a little bit, you set it down, you let it rest for a while, you come back, you knead it again, and you'll notice that it's a lot softer because the gluten and everything has been. I think that's what the science is. Someone here will probably correct me on that one if I'm wrong. But I like pasta, so that's.
You're a big pasta guy, huh?
Yeah.
Huh, what else do you like, Nick? Let's get myself and the listeners acquainted with who's Nick. He likes pasta. He obviously likes Tito's because he brought Tito's to the fucking podcast.
The reason why I brought Tito's was because it came in a box. So it's not. I didn't buy those individually. You can buy a bunch of them at once. So
it was like a pack of 6.
It was a pack of 12.
What?
That's why we got 2 more in there.
Fuck. How much was it actually?
I don't remember.
That's actually pretty lit for like if you're gonna go party or some shit.
Yeah, especially these days, Rona. I could just hand each person their own bottle and just let them go.
Hey, motherfucker, this is the anti-Rona right here. Just take a swig.
We're,
no one's getting
yeah,
COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I got hand sanitizer over there somewhere, or is it on me? I always have that hand sanitizer. Actually, I really like that hand sanitizer. I don't know where it's from, but it smells like apple vodka, and I really like it. Yeah, it's tasty.
So you're fucking eating your hand sanitizer?
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I fucking don't.
You're just gonna see me in the back of the store just squirting hand sanitizer to my mouth.
I believe it.
No, I couldn't do it. It's too clean.
That's too clean.
So let's see. What is Nick? Well, I like pasta. That's one of the big things.
Like pasta.
I think I was telling you earlier I was on keto for quite a while. Which
how long?
The longest time I've been on keto was probably only 10 weeks. But that's still a long time. That's almost 3 months. And
you were like very good about it, right?
Yeah, man, 6 to 8 carbs a day.
Fuck.
You know how much 6 to 8 carbs is?
Yeah, it's nothing.
A cup of milk is like 2 or 3 times that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went pretty ham on that. Literally, I had a lot of ham. I do like bacon. Actually, that's one thing I gotta ask you. So are you a bacon connoisseur? Do you get?
What does connoisseur mean? Like a fan?
Yeah, like a connoisseur is someone that they know a lot about it and they kind of, you know.
I can't say I'm a connoisseur, but I do appreciate eating bacon.
Okay. So there's a couple different kinds of bacon. You've got like your hickory smoked, you've got your peppered bacon, you've got applewood bacon. There's all different types of woods. There's uncured bacon. Do you prefer any of them, or do you?
No, I actually don't really buy bacon too often. It's usually like, if I do buy bacon, it's a rare occasion. It's probably because of the people that I live with or a particular dish that I'm prepping. But yeah.
So next time, we're gonna make pasta, and then we can do a bacon flight. So I'll bring a bunch of different bacons, and then we'll go one by one down the bacon, and then we'll find your bacon.
Because what if I'm like, yo, I like all of them?
Well, I mean, you can do that. That's like with me with vodka. Like, there's ones that I like a little bit more than I do others, but I'm not gonna turn down a bottle if you give it to me. I mean, it's like even the cheap stuff. Back in the day, which when I say back in the day was like maybe a year or two ago, I would just drink well vodka. That was it.
Well vodka.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the cheapest. Like when you go to the bar, it's like it doesn't even have a brand. That's why it's well vodka, because it's just some off-brand that they use to mix into drinks. So I would always just buy that and take shots of that. And one day, we were at a cantina with my company, and one of the owners was like, "Why do you keep drinking that cheap stuff?" And I was like, "Oh, because it's all the same." And he's like, "No, it's not. Order some good stuff." And I was like, "I don't even know what to order." And so he asked the lady, and they gave him a list, and he was like, "Here." That's where I tried Tito's my first time. So we tried Tito's. I had a shot of that. It was really good. And then from there, I kind of still did the same thing where I would drink Tito's sometimes. I still drank the well stuff. I like the flavored vodkas a lot of the times too, which is kind of like it's blasphemy because it's like they're cheap vodkas with flavoring. But recently I've kind of gone into where I started doing a little bit more research. I started watching more videos on YouTube about that kind of stuff. And I ended up trying a bunch of vodkas that were like, I don't know, that some guy was doing reviews on, and that's why I was joking earlier about like the subtle notes, because they'll say something like, there's a subtle note of citrus in the back end of this, and it's all ethanol. It 100% tastes like rubbing alcohol.
There's an art.
Maybe I just don't have that, but that's the only alcohol that I really, really enjoy. Oh, and Midori. I really enjoy Midori.
So vodka?
Yeah, vodka.
And Midori?
Midori.
Midori's the green one, right?
Yeah, that's a Midori sours, man.
What the fuck is that shit made out of?
It's melon liqueur. I think it's Japanese.
Melon liqueur? What is the melon? What is that?
I don't know. Honeydew,
like
maybe?
Like the fruit?
Yeah, like a melon, like a ball.
Oh, shit.
It's really good.
And it's Japanese?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Midori sours were my go-to drink when I was younger.
And Midori, it's like a green apple flavored, right? Or what flavor?
It's melon flavored, but it
flavored.
doesn't really. I like it because it's not super strong.
But what is it, like 20?
It's a 20%.
Huh.
So you got to figure when you're drinking a beer, like I think a standard beer is anywhere between like 8 and 10, like somewhere within there.
8 and 10 what?
Percent.
Beer?
Yeah, beer's
Dude,
weak.
I think most beers are in the 4 to 5.
Oh, that weak?
Well, it depends, obviously, but I think like Modelo and like your traditional
probably.
like Mexican beers, I think they're like
an
4 or
IPA.
5. Yeah, IPAs are the ones that are above like 7 or 8. I think.
So I would go to these bars and I would order like an appletini or
appletini.
It's apple vodka in a glass.
Fuck?
And it was funny. I remember going one time. It was when I was working at Disney. One of my coworkers was like, "Why are you always ordering those drinks?" Like, like kind of making fun of me. And
it was a girl?
No, it was a guy.
Oh, it was a guy. Okay.
And so he was like, "Can I have a sip of it?" And I said, "Sure." And this is, before Rona, so I was like, "Go ahead and have a sip." So he takes a sip of it and he like winces, kind of like you did, like that wince where you're like, "Ugh." And he was like, "It's all vodka." And I said, "Yeah, man, like that's what I drink." And so Midori sours, the reason why I love them is because they're super sweet. They don't taste like alcohol to me. I can drink a Midori sour like instant.
You said it was like 20-some%?
Yeah, it's 20%.
See, that's like 20-some%'s like, okay, like I'm not gonna get terribly fucked up by just, you could take a few shots.
Oh yeah.
But you're taking fucking something like Tito's with 40. It literally takes half the effort to get as fucked up.
Yeah, that's why gin and tonic is so deadly.
Why?
So gin is, some of them are higher alcohol content than vodka. So like I got this this one recently that it was called Empress 1908, and it's weird gin. It's purple. It's like really purple, like violet purple. And I think it's a cool alcohol because when you pour it and you mix things with it, like they have like a recipe for some, like you mix soda with it and blueberries. And it makes like this ritzy, like kind of looks like a mimosa when they put strawberries in it, but it just gets you fucked up. And I always wondered, one of my coworkers always ordered gin and tonic, and I was like, I always thought gin was weak, so I was like, why would you just order shots? And he ordered that one time, and I ordered it, and I was like, oh shit, this is straight ethanol too. So
you said the gin was up in the 40%?
Gin is a little bit higher than that.
What?
I think depending on what you're getting.
And then what is tonic?
Tonic is just like those water bottles.
Sparkling water.
Yeah, it's like sparkling water.
That's what tonic is?
Pretty much.
There's no alcohol in it?
No, tonic is just like, it's like sparkling water.
Tonic just sounds fucking crazy.
I know, that's
tonic.
It makes you sound like a badass. Like when you go there.
Yo, give me a fucking gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Tonic, it's like techno, like fucking some crazy shit.
Well, when I was younger, we would go to bars and like I didn't drink alcohol like at all.
When?
Probably up until I was like 25.
You wouldn't drink at all.
No,
go to a bar.
Actually, I think I was telling
drink.
you earlier. Like I started drinking maybe when I was 29. Like
so
really
you never
drinking.
had any alcohol?
I did. Like I think my first alcoholic drink was when I was 23, though.
Oh.
I just never drank it. It was one of those things where I didn't appeal to me. And like to this day, I know we just took shots, but I don't drink alcohol alone. I'm a social drinker. So I like to be in the environment. I'll take a shot, like, because it calms you down. Or actually, I don't know what it does. I think it's more of a fun thing to me. But I don't remember where I was going with this. But yeah, it's...
you're more of a social drinker because you're still building context for us. Yeah. You're a social drinker. Yeah. Which means you're probably more on the extrovert side. And how about we talk about your personality type?
Okay. So we just did I just had him take one of the MBTI quizzes. It's a Myers-Briggs. If anyone's familiar with them. I don't know. What are you going to post this on?
Huh?
What platform are you going to post this on?
Anywhere you could find a podcast and on YouTube.
I was gonna say, if you guys get a chance, go ahead and check that out. Like
we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah. Because it's a cool little test. What I am, or at least what I'm considered, is an ENFP. I'm an extroverted, intuition. I don't remember what the other two stand for, but if you ever watch like animes or that kind of stuff, we're always depicted as like Naruto is an ENFP and Sailor Moon is an ENFP. We're always very
Goku.
Well, it's funny about the Goku debate. Goku gets classed as two types. He gets classed as an ESFP and an ENFP. Personally, I'm an ENFP, so I say that's what he is. An ESFP, they're very self-centered. I wouldn't say very. They're on a certain level. They're they're like an actor. They want to be the light, and that's not what Goku is. Goku doesn't care if he's in the light. Yeah, he doesn't fight because he wants to be the star. He fights because
he needs to save the fucking earth.
Exactly. So that's but the whole thing about that is we're always depicted as like really bubbly and really. I was telling him kind of ditzy. Like we're kind of like we don't notice things sometimes, which I actually do. That's why it's funny when you were talking about that the personality type that you saw. Some of it makes sense and then some of it doesn't. I don't think that personally my personality type. I don't think that I miss things. I think I just ignore things. So it's more of where. If you say something that I don't like, I'm not going to call you out on it or argue with you about that. I don't have a reason to. It doesn't benefit me at all. Unless you say something that would maybe harm someone or harm something. Or maybe if I had some intuition on it where, like, if we were talking about vodkas and you were like, hey, this is really good wheat vodka. And I'm like, no, actually, Tito's is made out of corn. That's where I would correct you on something like that. So if you knew
it was like a factual thing, you'll budge in.
Yeah, of course. And even if I did think it was factual, the way that I am, I'm willing to accept that I'm wrong 100% of the time. If you 100% say, hey, you're wrong and you prove me wrong, I'll accept it and I'll change my ways. This is one of those things that I have a couple friends that are different personality types. And, the whole reason why I learned about this test was I had a manager when I was at Disney. They gave us a test. And the reason why they gave us this test was so that we could understand how to handle people. As in, like, other coworkers and guests where, like, what it said, you're introverted. So I'm not going to run up to you and give you a hug and, start telling you a bunch of things. It's a very gradual where someone with your personality type, I'm going to ask you like, hey, is it like, how are you today? Do you want a hug? Or I guess that's kind of a weird question. I wouldn't ask that, but it's different. You have to learn how to cope with people differently.
So my question is, at Disneyland, they had you take your own personality test, but then they would give you a list of what every other person scored?
Kind of. Like we kind of shared it amongst each other, like where like it's not like they gave me a list of like, hey, Susie is this, so you better deal with her like this. Yeah. It was more of like,
so it's more just for you to gain self-knowledge about
self-awareness.
Yeah, because it seems kind of strange if they would have given you a list of this is everybody's personality, so this is how you should approach everybody.
Yeah, no, that's definitely
That'd
weird.
Be kind of weird.
No way. They're like, hey, don't you be talking to her like that.
She's a fucking introvert, don't you know that?
Yeah, Jesus. Why did you sat down next to her? How dare you?
You fucking cunt. You
How
pervert.
dare you son of a bitch. Which, it's tough. I think that everyone, granted, we can put ourselves in these little categories and stuff, which, like I was talking about earlier, I wish we would have recorded a lot of this because I said a lot of this stuff earlier. But I think that with the whole categorization of people where you can say it's similarities. You walk into a room, it was like I was telling him, he has a broken arm. And let's say I have a broken arm and I walk in and I'm like, hey, you have a broken arm. It sucks, doesn't it? And it's a conversation starter where it's kind of like people look for similarities. This is why cell phone companies sell so many phones to a certain demographic and a certain like category of people. It's like you walk into a store and half the people there either have iPhone or they have Samsung. And granted, I would say Android, but most of them are Samsung. So to me, I think they're both great devices. I think they're both great operating systems. I think they're both competitors because they compete. It's not the fact that there's one that's better than the other. It's what's best for you. So when I used to sell cell phones and do all that kind of stuff when I worked for Verizon, I'd get a lot of people that would come in and they would either say, which one do you like more? And I would say either one. Like, what do you have now and what you like about it and what do you have that you don't like? And we could go from there. Or they would come talk smack. And I did work for Samsung for a little while. And it was always funny to me when I was standing there and they'd come up and they'd be like, Samsung sucks. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, well, that's okay. The Apple rep's right over here. I'll introduce you to him. His name's Abel. He's more than happy to talk to you.
The Apple guy?
Mm-hmm. And they'd be like, well, when are you guys going to make a good phone? And I'd be like, I think our phones are excellent, but if you think that there's something better, I'm more than happy to show you whatever you want. And it was one of those things that I've always been a salesman where I sell what's best for you. I did work commission for 5 years, and I will say that none of the time that I did that did I sell because I knew I was making money. Because
so you actually cared about the consumer.
Of course, because they're gonna if they don't like it, they're gonna return it. I'm gonna lose the money either way. So you might as well sell for who you are and what they need. And plus, if my mom walked into a store and she went to buy a TV, and someone sold her a TV that she didn't need or that wasn't what she wanted because they made more money, I would be pissed. So I would never do that to someone. That's just not.
So it's almost like the golden rule thing.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't treat someone the way you wouldn't want to be treated.
Exactly. Like you, I mean, I'm sure you're the same way.
The same way?
Yeah, like as in like you would do what's best for someone.
You think you know me like that?
I do. It's my personality. I can sense it.
You can detect it? I mean, if you're a Goku type, you probably literally just feel my ki.
Yeah.
Or is that how they say ki?
I don't know. I
ki, chi,
kai, chai,
energy,
and monster.
So let's see. We know that you sell cell phones now. I'm just kidding. No. That actually was pretty insightful because you pretty much illustrated that you're someone who legitimately gives a fuck about people. In your case, you were a worker and you give a fuck about the consumer. But as a human being, I'm guessing you just give a fuck about your friends, your family, about other people, right?
Of course. And you don't need to know someone to help them. That's the whole thing. And I'll tell you a story about when I first started working at Disney. So we're at this location. And it's raining. And I mean, it's like pouring out. And there was a guest that was in one of the ECVs or like, the motorized like wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it got wet and it stalled. So she's standing out in the rain. And I looked at my coworkers and was like, hey, she's stranded. And they're like, yeah, someone will help her. And I was like, well, should we help her? And they're like, no, someone will help her. And so she was standing there for a minute. I was like, well, I'm going to go help her. And they're like, well, you're leaving your spot. And I was like, okay.
Fuck it.
Like, what does that mean to me? So I walked over. I bring the lady over. I help her out. She ended up actually being part of, I worked for a vacation club. So she actually was a member. And she, super nice lady, helped her out, got her a new ECV, got her going. She was staying at the resort and she stays there every year. Super nice lady. I found all this information out from her.
But just conversing with her.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, this is what I feel is wrong with society at this point, is that there's two things that happen. People are either scared to help or they don't want to help. There was a thread that I saw recently about shopping carts. How if you don't put shopping carts away, it shows your character because there's no benefit to you to returning that shopping cart other than just being a good person. So it's one of those things where I definitely return shopping carts because, granted, there is that other side where it is like kind of like job security because someone has to get the shopping carts. If you don't, so that creates a job. Like, I understand all that, I guess. But I think that if human beings actually helped each other instead of being like how we are, I think that everything would be a lot better most of the time.
And what do you think influences our society to not be so helpful?
I think it's a lot. I mean, first off, we've got coronavirus. So a lot of people take that as an excuse to kind of go beyond what they should be. So I go to McDonald's and I get in the line and I get to the window. I put a mask on because they have a mask on. Like, they're wearing a mask 8 hours a day. I can't wear a mask for 30 seconds while they take my debit card and hand me my chicken nuggets. Like, is it that hard to do? It's not. So, and it's also, it gives, like, to me, it's reassurance to them that I'm there with them. I don't want to say it like that because it sounds weird, but it's more of like, hey, because when I work at Best Buy or when I work, as a rep, I wear a mask 8 hours a day, and there's people who walk into the store and they're in there for 5 minutes and they take their mask off, and it's like you really can't wear it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can't walk in the store and even if, let's say, this whole thing, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but let's say this whole thing's fake. Let's say the whole virus is fake. I'm not willing to take that chance. If someone told me that I had a 1.5% chance of winning the lotto if I put a ticket in, I'm sure you would put a ticket in. That's 1.5%. That's pretty good. So I think that if we just got to do stuff that helps each other. Like it's not that hard. I mean, if you go to walk into a store and there's someone walking behind you, hold the door open. It's not that hard. I think Gandalf says something about that little acts of kindness are what keep the darkness at bay.
Who's Gandalf?
From Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the guy from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. No.
His name's something like
Ganon.
that. Gandalf, isn't it?
No, it's Ganon.
Ganon, really?
Yeah, Ganon.
Oh shit, it's kind of.
Are we wrong? Am I wrong?
Tell us. Live feed. It's like it's just gonna come out in like 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean that's an interesting thing to converse about because I mean I think everybody would agree that if we had a society where people were just generally more kind, that I think it's you feel good being kind. You get to possibly have a serendipitous thing, like you got to know that lady and get to know her and whatever. And then on top of that, I feel like it kind of fuels. Like you're fucking kind, and then your friends that was at Disney, right? Or that vacation place, they see you be kind, and then next time they're like, fuck, like Nick was helping last time. So it's like they kind of feel that necessity to go and do it. And so I feel like just being kind, even opening the door, it can inspire somebody else to be kind. So then now you're adding fuel to this subconscious energy that fuels every one of us. Yeah. Because I think we could all agree that we all somehow bounce energy off each other. I mean, look at us. You're wearing pants. I'm wearing pants. You're wearing... You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously. Yeah. But you would have taken us fucking back in, like, early 1000 or some shit. We'd be wearing a fucking wig and fucking high heels and... Yeah. People used to dress different. Yeah. We don't just so happen to dress kind of similar right now. It's the fucking culture, you know?
Well, and that's what we were talking about earlier about similarities. You and I walk into a room, we're both wearing pants.
Exactly.
I know what's going on here.
I know what's going on. I knew what was going on when you got here.
Yeah. I mean, but I think that's definitely something that, and it's little things like, I always joke with Kevin because Kevin and we always hug each other. And I know I keep bringing that up, it's kind of random, but it's one of those things. One of my Disney coworkers had said something about how when a princess hugs a child, they don't back off first because you don't know when the last time that kid had a hug. You don't know if that hug is what is keeping them going. And I had a conversation similar to this maybe a few weeks back that I had a friend that was having a rough time. And she's having just a bad month, bad couple weeks, something of that sort. And I told her, like, literally, if you need anything, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. And when I say that, I mean, like, literally, if you wanted me to go to McDonald's at 2:30 in the morning and pick up a cookie tote and some French fries, I'll pick it up and bring it to you. I'm more than happy to do that. And the same for you. If you ever wanted it, well, this is a little far, so it may take me a little bit of time to get down here. But if you ever needed that, I mean, you never know if that's like the last straw, where it's like they literally just need that.
Yeah.
I think I was talking with Kevin. I can't remember who I was talking with.
Kevin's my cousin.
Yeah, but I went to New York a little while back, and I had a rough few months. It was just like kind of tough. So me and my coworker that's from the area, we sit down. I had 2 slices of pizza. New York pizza, like by far my favorite. Like New York pizza, there's just something about it. It's just, even the ones here that try to copycat it, they're not even close. But it was just the fact that he sat down with me. I had my 2 slices of pizza. Like, I swear to God, I almost cried. And nothing was going on. I was just so happy that I had those 2 slices of pizza. So you never know what something
So
small...
you're saying that you were feeling like shit for a couple months, went to New York to visit a friend. That friend bought you 2 slices of pizza.
We went to work. We were there working at a trade show.
Oh, okay. But the fact that that person bought you 2 slices of pizza made you...
It wasn't even that he bought them. I think
it's just that he was there?
It was just the fact that, like, we sat down and I had the pizza. Like, it was literally that act of that can change someone's life. Like, I mean, how many times...
But that was, like, self-care for you, right? Because you bought the pizza for yourself.
Yeah.
Huh.
And, I mean, it's one of those things that you never know. You never know what someone needs. And if one day you needed a vodka, and you were like, hey, Nick, you have Tito's? And I'm like, yeah. And then you're like, hey, but low-key, it's 3 a.m. All the liquor stores aren't selling alcohol right now. Like, I don't know what to do. I would be here. No question.
Damn.
You have to do that. It's one of those things. And I mean, if anyone that I know is watching this, they'll tell you
that's who you are.
Yeah, you have to be. This is the whole thing is you, like I said, you never know. You never know what someone needs. You never know what's stopping them from doing, even like harm or something of that sort to themselves.
My question is, at what point would you set the boundary to be like, yo, I need to take care of myself? Because if I told all my friends, all my family, hey, you ever need anything, I'm always there. And then all of a sudden I got 15 people consistently hitting me up. Like, at what point would you set that barrier to be like, you know what, I need to get my sleep tonight. I feel really shitty. I can't be waking up to a 2 a.m. text. I'm gonna turn my phone off. Like, for you, where do you find that balance?
Well, it's hard. That's one of the things that I've struggled with, because I'm one of those people. I'm sure you've heard me say, I always say I'm down. And that's the thing is, I am down. Even if I get burnt out, I'm usually there. But it's hard because even recently, when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that, there's been times where I've gone above and beyond, like way above and beyond, and just been completely crushed. And it's not like crushed as in they're like, oh, I don't like you. It's like crushed, like they've done something terrible back for nothing. And the thing is, I'm starting to learn. I mean, we learn every day. That's one of the things. And this is, I think, what makes me so good at what I do, as in like with machinery and stuff like that, is I don't care if I fail. I'll fail in the same laser cut 50 times. I mean, you saw earlier, how many times did I reset that stupid mic trying to fix it? I'll keep trying and trying and trying until something works or it doesn't work. So that's kind of the point, is where I learned that I've done this over and over and over, and every single time that I try to do this, it fails. So I'm going to change something. And this is what makes me good at tech support, is that if you and that microphone, I turned it on and off. I reset it. We sent the thing back. We repaired it. We did that. We'll keep going to the point that I don't know what to do anymore, and then I just stop. And it's really hard. I feel like we were talking about weaknesses earlier. That's one of my weaknesses, is the when to give up.
Okay.
Which I don't think that's a weakness. Like, truthfully, I don't think that's a weakness at all. I think that obviously it's detrimental to me, but it's not a weakness as in, like, I think that I can learn from it, but I also think that people shouldn't just suck all the time.
No, yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's just so strange, because I talk to different people, and obviously I'm listening to you right now, and like, I can't even exactly fathom exactly what you're like. I can't, because like right now you said you don't even see it as a weakness, like you always being there. And like, I could be like, nah, dude, like you need to fucking self-care and like take care of yourself. But I'm like, I'm not fucking you though. Like, I don't even know how the fuck you legitimately feel. And so it just kind of baffles me, and it's just kind of, I don't know, I've kind of thought of this to myself recently, like, it's just like, I'm never truly going to comprehend, like, the fullness of this whole fucking life experience.
Of course.
You know, and I know I'm kind of deviating from what you just said. But that's kind of where I'm going.
There's a story, I don't know what religion it is, but there's a story about human beings. And basically what it was that human beings were so powerful that they had to be split into two. And so you spend your whole life trying to find your other half. And I think that has a kind of a value in the fact that we don't understand each other. This is what the whole human experience is that it's not like I could sit down. We do have similarities. We're both wearing pants, but
you're wearing underwear?
You got to be in these. But our pants are different colored. I'll never understand why you have those colored pants. You'll never understand why I have this color of pants, but that's just what human beings are. We have to be different. We're all unique. As much as I would love to take that little quiz that we took earlier or the whole zodiac thing or horoscopes and all that crap and just go, hey, we're all together right now.
You're the same zodiac as me.
Hey, bro, I heard you're a Libra.
No way, man.
Actually, what are you?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I was born in August, so I don't know if that answers it.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, me neither.
I know I'm a Libra. And the Chinese one...
I think I'm Leo? Is that one of the
ones?
That
makes sense.
Yeah, apparently I'm a Leo. Yeah.
But so all the Leos that I've ever met, and that I've always, read the little things on, you're very aggressive.
I'm aggressive?
You're very aggressive.
Whoa. You guys fucking hear that shit?
Crazy, right?
Apparently
I think that's
I'm aggressive.
What it was. Yeah, because it's a lion. Mine's a scale. It's a little balance. But in Chinese zodiac, I'm a dragon. So, I mean, gotta watch out for that one. Because I'm scared.
So it's just gonna blow flyer?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just ruin the whole setup over here?
Yeah, we like gold. I think that's what it is. We like gold.
Dragons like gold?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do they do with that shit?
They hoard it.
And do what?
I don't know.
Fucking lick that shit?
I guess. That's what I do at night with my Tito's vodka.
No just in the fucking bed, just fucking holding it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the other day I uploaded a podcast to YouTube and it said something sponsored. I'm like, what the fuck? Did we say something and then YouTube caught it? Because I feel like it might happen again because we've been talking about Tito's this whole time.
I know, it's terrible.
Fucking Tito's better pay us up.
Yeah, I know.
Shit, we're pretty much promoting it.
I better get at least those little baby bottles back.
Shit, you hear that Tito's?
Tito's?
Send over some free Tito's.
Yeah.
Sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, sponsor the podcast with more vodka. I mean, what do you think?
About what?
What do you think would make human beings better?
I think honestly just surrendering ourselves. Honestly, like I'm not fucking around. And obviously this is like from my point of view. But I really do think like if people just surrender themselves, like, oh fuck, you're so pissed off at that person, like surrender yourself in the sense of like, let me recognize that the universe, I'm like a fucking micro fraction of the universe. So like, yo, that person's mad at me. Do you really, really think it's because of me? Like, nah, like that person is X years old. Like they have fucking subconscious trauma inside their brain. You just happen to fucking trigger it.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with you. And then like in recognizing that you're so insignificant, then it enables you to not take things personal because it's like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of, and surrendering yourself also in the sense of like all these ambitions, you know, and obviously I'm coming from a place of like, I was born and raised in California and I've lived in the United States. So I feel like I'm mainly talking about Americans, right? And maybe Californians, but of course I've been exposed to social media as well. So yeah, but I think there's huge ambitions. Like everybody wants to do this, everybody wants to do that. Like everybody's on the hustle. I was always on the fucking hustle. I went to I went high school immediately to college, and I went, and then I was a collegiate athlete and always trying to be the best and always doing that. And it's like you have to ponder like, what am I actually striving to achieve? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your ultimatum in this life? Because you could die tonight, you can die tomorrow. So then like nowadays, my whole ultimatum is like, is basically love. Yeah. Is loving myself, loving the universe at the same time. So then in doing that, you might live a significantly shorter life, or you might have to get rid of a lot of materialistic things, or you might have to, sell your home and have a more frugal lifestyle. But like, fuck it. Like if that's what it takes to like love myself and not be so filled with anxiety, I have to sell my car, sell my home, and like fucking migrate to a way lower, just a lifestyle in which I have less financial responsibility. Like I'll fucking do it. And I think that's what I think. If maybe that would be the best thing I could say is like, just let go of all these fucking ambitions. Because if you really ponder about it, a lot of them are what society's implanted into your brain what you should be striving for. Like newer car, newer house, getting married, fucking having this, having that. But it's like, yo, like a lot of this shit is just ideas. Because if you look at the human biology, like what do we really need? You need a fucking place to sleep. You need some food. You need camaraderie. You know, you need relationships. You need love from other humans. Like, that's what we really need. I'm not against technology. I'm not against having iPhones. I'm not against laptops. Fucking, I mean, look at us. We're using technology to the full.
How much tech we got in here right now?
Yeah. But the idea is, like, what's the intent behind using what you're using? You have a nice fucking Tesla and you just have it to show off to your friends, or you have a nice Tesla because you give a fuck about the environment, and whenever you drive it, you love that you're fucking supporting it to have a safer environment, and you're driving it and you're utilizing all the super cool tech that it has, and it makes you more efficient and effective, and you love the fuck out of the Tesla. Or you just have it because you want to be cool.
Well, look,
so that's what I'm saying.
Look at all these high-end brands, man. Like, so I would go with one of my exes. We would go to you know, like the higher end, like Louis Vuitton stores. We would go. There was one time I went to a Tiffany's. Shit was funny as fuck. I walk into Tiffany's and like I'm like looking at a bracelet because she had wanted a bracelet. So I was like, you know, like what's up with the bracelet? And she's like the first thing the lady asked me is like, how are you gonna finance this? And I was like, no, I'm just gonna pay cash. And she's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let me get you your receipt or whatever. So she comes back over and it was like a $15,000 bracelet. And I had to stop for a second. I was like, is it made of like kryptonite? Like, does this stop Superman? I was like, 15 grand. And I was like, no, I'm looking for like one of the $300 ones. She's like, oh, it's in the other room. And I go in there and the room's all janky and shit. And I was like, so it's like when you buy purses, if makeup, man, makeup. That's one thing I'm somewhat well versed on as well. You go into a store and you'll see like an eyeshadow, like a palette. Palette's $80. You go to Target and you can get similar colors, similar quality, and it's like $10, $15. The only reason, that stupid little logo on there. So that's why I had asked you if you wanted something with your logo on it. Which I didn't. I ran out of time. But it's because putting your logo on something automatically makes it more valuable. That's what I've been taught. So you go to these stores and you'll find a Louis Vuitton belt, and it'll literally be a brass belt with a leather belt. It's like $600. So $600. That's a lot of leather to me. I mean that's a lot. So what makes it valuable? What's the name? That's literally it. I mean, I made a ring for a friend a little while back, and I hand shaped it, hand did all that stuff. And she asked me, how much is this ring worth? And I said, $1 million. She said, how's it worth $1 million? I was like, because I value it at. That's what it's worth. And she's like, yeah, but no one would ever buy it for that much. I don't care if they're going to buy it for that much. That's what it's worth to me. So going back to that, I think that people do need to learn how to kind of relax with that stuff. It was like what we were talking about earlier about the whole Apple Samsung thing. I don't give a shit what phone you have. You can have a flip phone. You can have a prepaid phone. You can have a Google Pixel. You can have I don't even know what LG's phone is right now. You can have any of those phones. They all do the same fucking thing. Like, what is the difference between them? You literally have a brand. Good job. So when you die, is that brand going to be at your funeral? They're going to be there for you? They're going to do all that for you? Like, if they're not willing to wear my stuff, I'm not going to wear theirs. 100% of the time. I mean, that's how it is. If I'm not valuable to the company, then this is why I'm not a big sports person. If I was going to watch a sport, and like, let's say we watch baseball, I understand, like, baseball's fun to watch, but I'm not going to fight someone over my team being better because I'm not actually playing. That's not me. If we were in a competition and like I was lasering something and I was like, I can laser better than you, and then you start, talking smack, then we can conversate like that. But I'm not willing to, like, wear another person's brand. Like, I'll wear another person's brand, but I'm not going to be like, hey, what are you wearing? Like, why do you have that on? Why aren't I don't know if they're Levi's, but why aren't they Levi's? Not going to do that. There's no point. We all die in the same pants.
So you're not too concerned about... Yeah, I guess you're just not too concerned about what you're repping. Like,
no.
Unless
unless they want to pay me to do it, I'm down. I've done it for 10 years now. If a company,
you've done what?
I'm a rep. That's what I was telling you earlier. The whole like me being a fitness rep.
Oh,
I'm a rep for those brands. So like when I worked for Verizon, I was a rep. Samsung, Canon.
So you're willing to wear their clothes?
Oh yeah, because they paid me to do it. Like, and not like I'm willing to do anything for that, but like.
Are you sure?
I mean, it depends. Tito's vodka. No, if it's one of those things where if I'm willing to wear it and rep it and talk about it because the company hired me to do that. But if someone came in and started talking smack when I was working for Sony and they were saying my TV suck, okay, go buy another TV then. I'm not going to argue with you about that. There's no point in it. There's no point in arguing with people that argue like that. I mean, I don't, that's the whole kindness thing.
Yeah, it seems like some people like they've already pretty much got their mind decided. And so like realistically what they're looking for is to have some type of friction. Like they're almost just like that guy telling you about, oh, like when you're going to make a good phone. Like, you know, that's pretty much just kind of trying to spark you, you know, trying to elicit some type of response out of you. But you know what? From an understanding standpoint, I feel like people do that because we're fucking animals and we have energy that we need to exert.
Yeah.
People end up beating up their wife or beating up other people because we're fucking animals.
Yeah, hell yeah,
like if you didn't work out today and if you don't have a clear mind, of course you're going to want to beat the shit out of somebody because you're a fucking animal. You need to exert that energy.
Yeah.
But you have a nice, healthy mind. You have everything's good at your home. You did your nice early morning workout. You ate a good breakfast. You're not going to go beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot more for you to actually get that upset. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I feel like naturally as humans, a lot of times we're very feisty and very like emotional simply because we don't exert the energy that we have inside of us. We spend a lot of time sitting down. We spend a lot of time in cars. We spend a lot of time not in the sun. Like we don't get any of these natural things that as an animal we need to expend.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. It's like, so I have a tortoise. Her name's
tortoise?
Yeah, her name's Esmeralda. She's a little Russian tortoise. So tortoise, they have to have the UV light, and it's not just so they have a basking lamp where I think it's UVA and UVB, and then they have another lamp that's UVC. And it's different energy that comes from each of those lamps that they have to have. If they don't have that light, they can't process food properly. They have a bunch of issues. Like they can't make, I think it's calcium or something. I don't remember what it is, but, and I feel that's how it is with human beings, is that we have to have a certain things. This is where it goes all the way back to where I'm literally sitting in New York with pizza. Like, it's not that I'm a fucking animal. I mean, it is that, but it was what I needed at that point. And this is why, like, you'll hear me talk a lot about food. I love to cook. Cooking is an outlet to me. I love cooking for people. I love just trying stuff. You can ask me if you give me a tool and a food, I'll probably try to do it. Like, Buddy got an air fryer, and there was one day that she had got pho, and so I was like, well, can I put that into there? So we put the noodles in there without the broth, and I heated it up, and then I put the other stuff in. It was terrible.
You put noodles that were dried noodles?
No. It was pho. Like, so they're pre-cooked like soup.
Oh, and then you put it in the air fryer? And what happened?
It came out okay. It wasn't great. It was terrible. But, I mean, it's testing it. It's one of those, like, I like trying stuff like that. Like, I put Pop-Tarts in the air fryer.
How'd that come out?
Good.
I've never used an air fryer.
It's air.
So it literally just fries shit?
It just blows hot air at everything.
So, but it's the equivalent of actually frying it?
Kinda.
It gives it the crispiness?
Yeah, I would say so. It's similar. It's not perfect, but it's perfect on the fact that if I wanted to not eat grease like that, I would do that.
Yeah, that's actually, dude, I'm gonna fucking try one of those because I really want to know how effective it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super down. I'm sure we could get one for like $30. We'll do an air fryer.
Go buy it right now and make a whole new podcast about air frying.
Dino nuggets, man.
Because we're already getting sponsored by Tito's.
Yeah, we might as well get Dino nuggets and hot wings. What's the chicken company?
You talking about Buffalo?
No. Like Tyson and
Tyson.
Foster Farms.
Oh, Foster Farms.
Yeah. You know how many fucking hot wings I eat like a week?
How many?
It's unreal. It's like maybe 5 or 6 times a week I eat hot wings.
5 or 6 separate occasions?
Meals. Yeah.
So how many individual hot wings do you eat in each one of those sessions?
Probably 8 to 12, somewhere within
Which
there.
means you would, let's say, average 10 wings per meal, and you do that 6 times a week. So you average about 60 wings per week.
Yeah. It's crazy,
and how much
right?
does it cost for a packet of 60 wings?
I mean, so it's about $10 for 2 pounds of wings, and I want to say in 2 pounds of wings you probably have like 20 wings, so $5 a serving. It's not that bad.
Okay. Where do you buy your wings at?
Stater Brothers usually, grocery store.
Like the Foster ones, or you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I want to buy wings, okay. So we can get into the wing talk. I should have worn my hat.
Do you marinate it yourself too?
You don't need to.
They're already pre everything.
Mm-mm. So with hot wings, one thing that people get wrong with them a lot of the times is they marinate them. So first off, if you're going to deep fry something, you can't marinate it. There's no way. Because you're going to burn everything. You're going to burn off that stuff on the outside anyways. So there's no point in doing that.
And do you buy wings with the skin on it? Or
Bone-in. They have to be. I mean, you can eat boneless wings if you want, like chicken nuggets. But, I mean, that's one of those things. As you can tell, my feelings on the boneless wings. I'll eat them. I actually like boneless wings. I had chicken strips earlier from KFC. They're pretty good. Put them in gravy. They're delicious. But yeah, so you have to salt and pepper them before you air fry or deep fry them. You have to do that. After you've done that, you air fry them, deep fry them, and then you put your sauce or whatever you want on them. Because if you don't, you're just burning everything off. Like Stater Brothers, they sell pre-marinated or pre-made like lemon pepper wings and stuff like that, and they're terrible.
Really?
Yeah, because you're burning the lemon.
So you just get fucking plain old wings.
Yeah.
And then
wings.
you deep fry it.
Yeah.
And then you marinate it afterwards?
Yeah, you get a bowl and you flip it in the seasoning that you want. I like dry seasonings, so.
And you have a deep fryer at home?
Yeah. Oh, I use a Dutch oven.
What is that?
It's like a big pot. It's like a big cast iron pot.
And you just put a fuck ton of oil?
Yeah.
Like how much oil do you have to put in there?
Like probably one of the little, I don't know how much it is, like a liter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But then you leave it there the whole week so you can cook the next day?
No, you can pour it back into the bottle and then you can do it again.
Okay, so you use that same bottle for the whole week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, bro, you're buying fucking gallons and gallons of fucking oil.
Yeah, no.
But then once a week you buy a new oil?
It's probably more than that. I probably do it every like 3 times. Because you
every
can tell
3 what?
Every 3 deep fries. Because you'll see the oil starts to get like dark brown and it's just not good. Like
so you'll use like 2 bottles a week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's fucking fascinating. That means you eat wings 6 times a week? So is it usually like twice a day, so 3 days a week, or is
it's like
once
like
a day for 6
probably
days?
Once a day.
So you had it today?
I had chicken strips today.
So you're a big fucking chicken guy.
I like chicken. Actually, and I like steak a lot too. I like all food. It's all good. The only thing I don't eat is seafood. I don't eat any seafood at all.
Really?
No shrimp.
You don't like fucking sushi rolls?
No, not at all.
What the fuck? How do you not like sushi rolls?
I don't know. I don't know what it is about
I thought
seafood.
you just said you love fucking food.
I do, but it's just seafood I don't like.
Dude. What if it was a sushi roll that didn't have seafood in it?
Then what is it?
It's a fucking roll without sushi.
So it's
I don't
seaweed
even know
and rice?
Dude, they have ones like that. They have veggie ones where they put guacamole and then some carrots and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I may try it someday. Maybe.
Well, actually, I don't even know what they wrap sushi in. It's seaweed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not even down for seaweed because the word sea's in it? Seaweed?
I think that I'd eat seaweed, but...
That's fucking funny. Seaweed?
Yeah. It's one of those things. I'm a big fan of a lot of different
chicken, obviously.
I do drink, but you know what? Like I was telling you earlier, I'm a social drinker.
No, I said chicken.
Oh yes, yeah, that too.
But social drinker, huh?
Social chicken too.
Social chicken? You're a social chickener.
Social chickener.
So you don't like to eat chicken by yourself?
No, I'll fuck up some chicken by myself.
Then you'd be probably like hooking up with that chicken.
Yeah.
Just hella licking that shit.
Well, so it's respect. So when you buy the chicken, you can't just like, this is the whole thing about going out and getting like pre-made wings and stuff like that. Yeah, they're good. I'll get through it with, like one of the restaurants near us is called Rallies. It's like a burger joint. They sell hot wings. There's been a couple times where I've gone to Rallies at like 1 or 2 in the morning because they sell hot wings. It's the only place open. They'll do in a pinch if I really want hot wings. But they're not good. They're not great. They're not something that if it was during the daytime where I could get wings somewhere else or I can make wings at home, I'm never going to go there.
But Rallies is the only place that's open that late?
Yeah.
Rallies.
Mm-hmm.
That shit sounds fucking ghetto.
It's weird. It's like a race car place. Like they've got like I think the other name for it in other states is called Checkers or something like that.
Checkers, really? That sounds kind of cool, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like that should be affiliated to food.
Yeah.
Checkers?
Yeah. I mean, unless you play with Oreos, can you play checkers with Oreos? Is that a thing?
Well, if you had a vanilla and then a chocolate one, then you could. But I mean, you could play checkers with anything that's circular.
That's true.
But Oreos could work. You can't play chess with Oreos, though. Unless they were to literally carve them out like the chess pieces.
That's true.
You know how to play chess?
I do. Oh, it's been years, though. I probably could still play.
Are you like a fan of it?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
What's your favorite game to play? Like physical game, like not
I like
video
Monopoly
games.
a lot.
Really?
Monopoly's super fun.
Do you usually finish that game?
Yeah.
Really? How long does it take?
It's very quick if you crush them.
How the fuck do you do that? You buy everything? Or
No.
Yeah, what's the strategy here? You're a fucking monopolier.
So my strategy with Monopoly is I wait until I can get one of the spots that costs a lot of money, and then I put a lot into that one spot. Because what it is it does two things. It's psychological. So if you land on that spot, even if you land on it once and it takes half your money, it's done. Like I was playing at a friend's house last year at some point, and you know, her little brother was playing with me, and I had like one of the little blue squares. I don't think it was Boardwalk. I don't remember the other two were there, but I kept putting into it and putting into it and putting into it. He landed on it and it eliminated him from the game. Just one land on.
Really?
And when that happens to someone, it's done. Like everyone else
one
is like,
fucking land will fuck them that bad.
It was great. It was the funniest shit. Like that's where, you know, everyone plays the game and they like land on things and like, oh, I owe you $100. Oh, I owe you $200. If you take their everything, the other people around you are like, oh shit, he just took someone out. So it's, you know.
So then you get in people's mental.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you start fucking, people are like trembling and shit.
Yeah,
oh my god, Nick has fucking 3 hotels.
Yeah, on one spot.
Damn.
It's a Disney property.
Could you even, like, does it get to a point where you can't even fit more shit on the actual physical space?
You gotta do it. You just gotta do it.
Damn, bro.
You gotta put as many hotels as you can in one spot. I mean, look at...
Is that how you are in real life? You just try to fuck people?
No.
You're not. We already figured that part out.
That's the dark side of it is
when it comes to Monopoly, games, you're willing to fuck shit up.
Yeah. Unless we're playing Uno. I mean, that thing's bright, huh?
Yeah, it's fucking bright.
Did it? I think it like changed off, and then now it's just a white light now.
Yeah, I don't want to burn it though. You want to turn it off real quick?
Yeah.
This shit's fucking hot.
Is that what happened? It got? Oh yeah, it got super hot.
Yeah, I didn't.
Huh.
We got Nick set up a light over here.
Yeah, it's mad. It's like super mad.
The people listening to only audio. How far are we into this shit?
I don't know.
1 hour and 2 minutes.
Oh.
Dude, with Kevin, our podcast was like fucking 2 hours and like 20 minutes. That shit felt like it was fucking 5 minutes though.
Yeah.
You know, even right now, 1 hour and 2 minutes, that shit felt like nothing.
Yeah. It's conversation with a good person. That's what it is.
That's what I tell people. I'm like, dude, if you've never done a podcast with headphones on, like, you have to fucking do it. This is literally how me and Kevin ended the podcast. We're talking about how even if you were gonna, like, us doing this, what we're doing right now, but let's say we weren't actually recording video or anything like that, like, it's just healthy.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
to be plugged in and, like, we can't run away from each other right now.
I mean, I could, but I don't know how far I could jump out a window.
We're kind of like plugged in right now.
Yeah.
You know, we got the headphones, we got the mic.
We're both connected through a single electrical current.
Yeah, and then right now we're only hearing each other from one side of the earphones. Imagine if both were working.
I know, that's kind of funny. Like, when we first started doing this, I was like, why am I in the right ear?
You're a talk right now?
Am I in your right ear?
You're on my right side. I'm on my left side.
Huh.
It's the same for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, everybody should just do a podcast.
I agree. And, you know, it's like I was telling you earlier how I have the 2 jobs where one of them's tech support and then one of them I do sales at Best Buy for their fitness stuff. That job ended. It's usually only temporary. But that job is such an outlet to me because doing tech support, it's not bad. Tech support's kind of fun sometimes. You get to help a lot of people. There's a lot of issues, but every once in a while you get like that one user that just starts screaming at you about nothing, and they don't understand that we're not there to harm them. We're there to help. I'm not there to, you know, say, hey, you broke something, you're gonna, we're not car repairmen. We're not gonna say, hey, you need $1,000 to make your machine work. That's not gonna happen. That's just not how we are. And you'll have one bad day like that. And the thing is, I would work, weekends. So on those weekends, everyone that comes in the Best Buy is excited to talk to you because everyone's excited to buy something. They want to know something new. And I've been in those stores for so long that there's not an area in there really that I can get stuck in where I don't know what I'm talking about.
In Best Buy?
Yeah.
You know everything?
I wouldn't say everything.
But like,
Yeah, I've been in electronics now for 12 years. So probably maybe longer than that, since 2008. So it's been a long time. And the thing is, technology excites me. Like, I love tech. I love new things. This is why I know so many machines. It's not because I guess I do get bored of one or the other. It's not because I study all day and I study all night to learn this stuff. I have a passion for it. This is why I like to cook. I have passion for it. This is, if I would say something that's a positive thing about my personality, is I'm willing to learn. That's one of the things, is that it's like, so my first 3D printer that I had, I didn't know what I was doing at all. I just printed stuff. I printed little things here and there.
You mind grabbing it a little bit higher?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just because I was hearing the...
Oh.
You're good.
I'm killing the microphone.
No, just from my own right ear. I don't give a fuck about the listeners.
Oh.
I was kidding.
That's good to know, listeners.
JK.
Tito's vodka.
Oh.
So, basically, when I got my first machine, I didn't know what I was doing. So I learned. Then my next machine, I was a lot better with it. So I learned. Then I got into CNC stuff. So my first machine, first thing I did with our CNC, I broke 4 V wheels off. Like, you CNC people out there will know this. But I broke 4 V wheels off of my X-axis. So I told it to do 2 deep into the wood, and it went to move, and it just ripped itself off. And so I had to go to my manager and say, hey, I broke the machine on the first cut. But of course I tried again, and it worked. So I learned that machine. Then after I got that machine, I got a laser. Learned how to use a laser. They're all similar machines. They're if you're willing to find similarities, then you'll be able to, relate. So the same thing with human beings, our pants. So, and I also think that every interaction that you have with someone is a learning experience. Like, I mean, come on. How many times have you and I interacted in like our large span? I think you and I have maybe met 3 times at this point.
Dude, I feel more than that. I feel like 5 times.
5? Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I've seen you at his apartment, my aunt's house.
That's right. Yeah,
I've
been
seen
there.
you at least 5-6 times.
Okay,
I feel like.
but if you went up to someone and you were like, hey, I met this guy 5 times and we did a podcast, you'd be like, oh, okay. Like I don't know, that amount of time. I don't think the amount of time that you spend with someone means anything. I think the quality of time means something. So this is the whole learning experience, and why it's okay to fail is if you and I had this interaction and it was terrible and we just had a terrible time, and I was just like, well, it sucked, but there was something about it that I liked. I would come back and I'd be like, hey, you want to do another podcast? I would leave it up to you. Because of course I'm going to want to keep learning. I want to know more. I want to know why. Like I asked you earlier, like, why do you do these? What makes you tick? Why everything? I mean, do you like pineapple on pizza?
I do, yeah.
I don't. But I like pineapple.
And you like pizza?
I do. I just don't like it on the pizza. I'll eat it. Like, if you give it to me, I'll eat it. It's fine. But it's not like I wouldn't order that. And that's actually a big fighting point. A lot of people will fight you over that stuff.
Over what?
Toppings on pizzas.
People fight you over that?
You've never had someone ask you that question before about the pineapple thing?
Yeah, I'm sure I have, but I've never fought someone over a discussion like that.
They've never been like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, no, I've gotten that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we ever grappled on the grower. No, pizza's good with pineapple.
Yeah, no.
I've never had that.
But I mean, you see, I don't disagree with you. I'm okay with that. You can have that. You can have all the pineapple pizza you want, because I'm not going to take
What if I said, open your fucking mouth, you're eating pineapple pizza?
Is it free? Like, how much pizza do I get?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay, well, I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah, I'm in. I mean, I'll take the pineapple off. Maybe I might. I mean, maybe it depends. You got to be chill like that.
Do you want to get? I got like Modelo's in the fridge.
You want a vodka?
No, I want a Modelo.
You can have Modelo. I'll have a vodka. Does that seem fair?
I'll be right back. You want to keep the listeners entertained?
You want me to sing?
Sure.
I can't do that.
All right. What can you do? You can talk about tech. You can talk about
our sponsor of this video.
Fucking Tito's. Just make up some shit. So when I come back, I'll be like, oh, okay, that was cool.
Okay. Well, hopefully, we'll see. He's gonna get a Modelo.
I'm not bringing you one. You said no.
Hopefully, he doesn't knock all the cameras over right now. He can't get out because my camera's in the way. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is my first podcast. Sorry if I seem very strange on it because I'm not used to this stuff. It's a lot of fun though. I feel like these types of outlets should be more readily available for people. Like everyone should do podcasts. We're in the point right now with technology that literally everyone has a camera on them all the time. So just take the camera out and record. You never know what you'll get. And don't be scared of talking about your feelings because, I mean, they're your feelings, so you should probably have some that are secret. But yeah. Let's talk about tech. So the light that we were using started overheating because it is incredibly powerful. He brought more pineapple. That is wonderful. Are we doing pineapple shots? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I mean, I think that's what I heard. What's the can opener for?
Open the fucking beer.
Oh.
Come on, dude.
I thought you were gonna do like one of those cool things. I'll show you some pictures later. My buddy's brother can use pretty much anything to open beer bottles.
I've met people like that.
It's crazy, right? It's like a superpower.
I think it's just a matter of what you just said. Just fucking practice.
Yeah, it's true.
Just do it a few times.
So next time I show up, I'll open your beer bottle for you. I'll go ahead and try to learn this week.
Okay.
And it'll be great. Like I'm for sure gonna shatter a bottle. There'll be glass everywhere and beer on everything, but it is what it is.
That's how you learn, right?
I mean, it's an extreme way of learning. I'll admit that.
It's extreme if you want to perceive it that way.
That's true. I see where you're going at with that.
You can get into a car accident, and for the passenger, it might be a big deal. Well, let's say a minor car accident, right? Where the people didn't get hurt, but the car got kind of fucked up. You can have one person react like, oh my God, I have the worst luck. My car, I just paid for it, blah, blah, blah. And then you have another person like, well, I'm happy we're healthy, and I'm happy you didn't die, and I'm happy we're good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's go check how the other person got through.
Yeah. You know, I have a story about that. I have a lot of stories, so you'll learn that about me. Driving on the freeway one day, going to work. And, we're in California, so the traffic hits like that. We get to a spot where there's a lot of traffic. I slow down, and I stop. Well, the guy behind me didn't stop. And he rear-ended me. And my car was brand new. And basically, his car was so low to the ground that it kind of went under the bumper. And it didn't do any damage to the back of the car. Like, I couldn't see anything.
The back of your car?
Yeah. And his car wasn't really damaged either because, like, the new cars are all plastic. So it kind of just, like, his car just kind of went under mine. So we pull over and I get out and, like, the dude is shaking. Like, full-blown shake. He's younger. And I was like, you all right, man? And he's, like, shaking. He's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Like, do I call insurance? Like, who do I call? Do we call the cops? And I was like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm okay. And he's like, okay. And I was like, is the car okay? And I look and I was like, the car's fine, man. Don't worry about it. And I let him go. And so I ended up giving him my telephone number. Like I told him, hey, if you feel weird, like as in after the accident, like your neck hurts or something like that, just hit me up. Let me know so that we can proceed with this. But if not, it is what it is, man. Like no one died. This is the whole thing that I always tell people, is that like, it's like with tech support, people freak out about things, but no one dies in tech support. Like, I mean, unless you're fixing defibrillators or something like that, but no one dies. So just chill. It's okay. Yeah,
and I guess me saying that, like, I don't want to, like, of course, there's a reason why A person reacted so calm, cool, collective, and B person reacted so emotionally. Like, it's not like, oh, that person just wants to be like that. That person just wants to be like that. Like, I don't want to paint that image because it's just really not the case. Like, with something like that, like, you react in your natural response.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to change that natural response, it takes time.
Of course.
You know, like, it takes a lot of time to basically refurbish your mind and the way it works. And, you know, feeding yourself positive affirmation, cutting out the negative in your life, whether it's the people, whether it's the job that you're in, whether it's whatever. It's like, yeah. But I do believe that you could react like those two ways. You can react very calm, cool, collective and have giant perspective and recognize that it's not a big deal, or perceive it that way, or perceive it as a giant big deal. My car just got fucked up. I have such terrible luck. Da da da. Like, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the calm, cool, collective one is kind of naturally the better outcome because
nothing happened.
Yeah, you get to be calm, cool, collective. You can continue that. You're on the way to go see your girlfriend, boyfriend. You could still go and have a fucking great day, and it's not completely shattered.
Yeah,
and you don't have to disperse that emotional energy to somebody else.
Well, and it's like what you were saying. Human beings, we're just animals. So you got to figure how many times
we're just animals.
Yeah. I mean, how many times you walked into someone's house and they have a cat or they have a dog, and there's two things that happen. Like, especially with cats. Cat will walk up to you, meow a little bit, rub its face on your side, you pet it a little bit, you're chill as fuck, you know, we're good. Or the cat runs like crazy. Like, they don't want to be around you, they don't want to see you, that's just, it's that fight or flight. They're going to stand there and they're going to be chill as fuck, like, hey, what's up, man? Or they're going to run from you. And this is a lot of the, like, the emotional stuff where I think human beings are the same way. Like, sometimes I'll never forget. So you see, I'm pretty playful most of the time. I joke around a lot.
Dude, you've been fucking serious.
I know. But I had a guy one time. I was working. I don't remember what store I was in, but the guy came up to me and he said, "How do I get stuff out of the cloud?" And I was like, "Oh, you just wait for it to rain." And I laughed a little bit. That was not the answer that he needed. He was very upset with me, and it was probably one of the only times I've ever like said something like that and like gotten someone had a really negative reaction, because normally it's like, oh ha ha, no, I'm serious, like, what, how do I fix this? And it's an icebreaker. It's, if you can get someone to laugh, they usually trust you a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Because it's relation, they think that's funny too, so we're both laughing. It's, you know, like taking a shot together.
Like a Tito's shot?
A Tito's shot. So I agree with you on that. I think that human beings are animals.
Okay, well, human beings are animals, according to Nick. No, I'm just kidding. I agree. It's like you're agreeing with me. How do you feel about me asking you the last question?
Yes.
Or is there
Wait,
a particular
you can't
topic?
hear me. You don't have headset. Wait, do you have a headset?
No, I don't. But I can hear your actual voice.
How do you hear me?
I can hear you right here.
Oh, okay.
You want me to put my headphones back on?
I do.
All right.
I need you to hear me out of your right ear. Oh, hey, welcome back.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back to the show.
Actually, it does sound clear.
I'm glad you could join us. We're just talking about things.
Oh, you're the host? Are you Christian Rodriguez?
I mean, I could be.
Oh, I'm Nick.
I mean, funny thing is, voice-wise, if they never saw this video, they would never know.
What do you mean?
What happens
this is
if
this episode would be like 64 or something.
Yeah, but what happens if like you're mimicking my voice and I'm mimicking your voice? How would they ever know?
Yeah, but I mean, unless we were professionals at mimicking voices.
We could be. They would never know.
I guess you're fucking right, Nick, but if they saw the video, then they would know. Unless there was some fucking
Yeah.
That'd be some intense shit.
I'm in. I'm gonna get a wig that looks just like your hair, and you can get one like mine.
I don't know, dude. I don't know that we can really, really pull that off.
I mean,
I think it'd be funny.
I think we could try it.
I think it'd be funny.
But
all
yeah,
right,
we can answer your last question.
All right, Nick. You're gonna talk to the whole human race right now. This camera, this microphone, whole human race could hear you.
Okay.
What would you say to the human race today On what day is today? You probably know, Nick.
I have no clue.
On February 3rd, 2021 at 10:36 p.m. Pacific time, what would you tell the entire human race?
That's tough. Just be kind. Don't go out looking for reasons not to be kind. Just be kind. Just be the nice person that you know you are. Unless you're not, but just try to be kind. I mean, if someone needs a hug, give them a hug. If they need a cookie toad at 3 a.m, you don't have to do that. But just be there for them. Most of the time. Almost all the time. Just find ways to be kind and find ways to radiate that energy.
Kind towards just people or like towards everything?
You got to be kind to everything, man. Like if you're nice to a person but you're an asshole to animals, like that's not cool. Like, that's not. Or trees are chill as fuck, man. Like they just give us oxygen.
So be kind towards everything.
Yeah, always be kind. Just across the board.
Damn. Even so you're talking to more than just humans at this point.
Of course. You got to talk to the whole universe.
Damn, this motherfucker pulled out the universe card right now.
Yeah. I mean, so you go outside and you get sunburnt. You're mad because the sun burned you. Like, you just gotta like let it go. Just be nice.
Like understand the fucking sun.
Yeah, understand it's gonna do that. That's just what happens. I mean, you just gotta. You're not gonna go out there and like try to blow up the sun because it gave you a sunburn. So where are you gonna go? And if someone gives you attitude, if you go to the grocery store, just let it go, man. Like just be nice to them. What is that phrase? Kill them with kindness.
Damn. Fucking Nick, dude. That shit was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Well, I think we'll cut it here, and then if we get some inspiration, we can always just start recording again.
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to The Art of Human. I think this would be a cool video to watch because we got 2 video cameras.
I know. I don't even know how we're gonna edit this.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I use iMovie, so we'll see what I can do. My computer, it kind of one of the fans is broken on it, and then it's not the most. It's a MacBook Pro, but it's like the base model.
So you're not.
So it kind of like starts making because only one fan works too. It starts.
So it's not your biggest fan.
No, it's just like for rendering movies, it's not the best. But either way, we're gonna make this fucking video come out, and I think you guys would enjoy it. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I love you guys so much. And Nick, what do you want to just say bye to the audience?
Yeah, no, thank you guys, and be nice. And
He's like, you better be fucking nice.
And to go on his, we love you all.